Assalamu alaikum everyone. Hi, Sadia Baba from Experience Pakistan. For those of you who don't know me, I'm the founder of the platform Experience Pakistan, which, as the name suggests, it is all about enabling you to experience the Pakistan that I love so much, that I know. The whole reason for setting Experience Pakistan was all about making Pakistan accessible from a tourism perspective. Having lived there myself and obviously visiting the country frequently, I know how beautiful Pakistan is and what there is to offer there. It is a real shame that unfortunately the way it's projected in Western media, I reflect on 2 weeks ago when Imran Khan was arrested. It was kind of broadcasted on LBC, BBC, across all the mainstream media, and again for the wrong reason. The country was being brandished as a country on the brink of civil war, of unrest. Now, whilst I'm not saying that those incidents and those aspects didn't happen, however, Pakistan is a vast country, and actually from a tourism perspective, I felt it was very irresponsible reporting, because actually I had clients on the ground visiting fairy meadows, visiting to the north, where it was very peaceful, and actually a lot of the habitants there didn't even know what was happening in the main cities. Anyways, I digress slightly. How I differentiate myself is I know there are a lot of companies now promoting Pakistan and offering Pakistan as a holiday destination, certainly because of the likes of Mark Wiens and Neva Zubek. But being a native of the country myself, what I pride myself on is actually creating packages, creating tools, and discovering gems that many people don't know. So it's stuff that many the locals know about. It's stuff that's off the beaten track. But it's enabling you to experience Pakistan as I see it. It's a country which is a resort in its own right, which enables you to go and chill and enjoy the beauty. It is not a country where you literally, like an Instagram thing, you have a 10-day itinerary which you try and cram in everything you can in 10 days, and you leave the country with great pictures, great videos. But do you really understand the country? Have you actually had time to experience the country, speak to the people? The answer is probably no. That's quite a long intro. I'm going to hand it over to Humaira. So Humaira is someone I discovered through a common friend, and what I love about her project is the sustainability aspect, and this is what I feel like I bring to the table, is these hidden gems, hidden retreats. But obviously, being Pakistani and being a woman myself, I have a bias, and I particularly take a lot of pride to showcase other female entrepreneurs who have done an incredible job. So I'm going to zip it there. I'm going to hand it over to Humaira. Humaira, that's a bit of a long intro, but tell us about yourself and tell us about your dream project, which I'm so excited about.
Thank you, Sadia. Thank you for having me, and for great intro. This project, as you said, is very close to my heart, and it's something. I think it's nothing less than a miracle for us that it happened, and it happened the way we wanted it to be. Me and my business partner Saira, she's a very close friend, and basically we were thinking of setting this up, and it was like a dream. We were not sure how much we would be able to achieve. But we started, and we just had one point, that we are not going to compromise on quality and on nature. So the first thing that we decided, we'll try. The resort is set up in an orchid. It's in woodlands, and the first challenge that we set for ourselves was that we are not going to cut a single tree. And we are so amazed and happy to say that we achieved that. So that was the first thing. And then the second thing was to showcase the natural beauty over here. So everything is built around trees, around the landscape, and in a way to frame the natural beauty. So you can sit in your hut, you can have all your creature comforts, it's climate control, you got the ACs or the heaters or whatever you need, hot running water, everything is there. You got your Netflix, your Wi-Fi, but you are surrounded by raw nature, which isn't disturbed. That is unbelievable for us that it happened, because we were just two friends. We had this thing and we wanted to achieve, and we didn't know how it's going to be possible, because the terrain was very difficult. The logistics, Hunza is on its own quite far-flung area. Is based in Karakoram range near Himalayas. So getting the logistics sorted, getting the material to Hunza itself was difficult. Then in Hunza, where we are based, it was another challenge and a long story. But we are very happy that we achieved what we set out to get, and it's for us, it's an art. We sit here and we watch it every day and we enjoy it. And now you coming on board, what we plan to do is to present it to the world. As you said, Pakistan is a beautiful place, very peaceful, very nice, and it's very wrongly portrayed in Western media. So I think we are playing our part, be it a little one, but this is what I think that how we can contribute to this, and we'll invite people from all over the world to come and experience it for themselves, because I don't think I can do justice by explain. I wouldn't be able to explain it in words. The vibe over here, the atmosphere, it's totally different.
Is what's the accessibility like for your resort in terms of, would you say it's user friendly for people with elderly parents, in terms of because having been to Hunza, I know that Hunza's terrain sometimes can be quite steep. So there are some resorts I've seen, like Hunza Glamping Resort, which is a lovely resort, but I personally don't recommend it to families where they've got either young children or they've got elderly, because of the amount of steps that you've got to use to get to it. So it's not practical.
Yeah.
What would you say on your resort? Is it practical? Who's it practical and who is it perhaps less practical for?
It isn't. Well, the terrain is mountainous. As I said, that we had this challenge even when we were shifting the material. But I would say it's not very access friendly for elderly, and for young children is fine to a certain extent. But again, it's not primarily focused toward that. It's more for working professionals or for adventurous people who are looking for a bit of adventure. It is a nature resort, but it is all mountainous. There's various terrains, and the path is there are a lot of steps where you have to go up and down, and a lot of paths that you have to go up and down. So I would say it's for someone who is physically fit. I struggle myself going up and down, but I can take breaks and pace myself. So I wouldn't say that it is very difficult, but again, if somebody got mobility issues, then it's not very user friendly for them.
And how many rooms are there at the resorts in total?
It's a large space, but we are not cramping everything around each other. So we are giving every hut their own privacy, their own space. We got 7 huts here. 3 are 1-bedroom huts, and 4 are 2-bedroom villas with a lounge.
Okay, and the 1-bedroom hut, how many people can that accommodate?
As standard, we've got 2 beds or a double bed in it, and for an extra person or children, we can give them extra mattress. So I'll say 3 adults. Two bedroom, yes, we got 2 bedrooms, obviously, so they can easily accommodate up to 5 to 6 people with extra mattresses. We got in the lounge, we got a sofa cum bed, which is very comfortable as well, so that can be converted into a bed as well. 5 to 6 in a villa.
Okay, brilliant. Now, one of the things from memory when I used to go to Natigali in the summer holidays as a child, or up to these northern areas, is that hot water. Because the last thing you want when it's cold and in the morning you've got to have a shower and it's like the water's freezing. How do you accommodate hot water, and what's the situation like with water there?
One of the things, yes, that is one of the things we have planned intensively for. First thing what we did, all our water lines are underground, and they're 4 feet underground. So in winters, the water in the pipelines tend to freeze. But if it is 4 feet underground, then the chances are much less. So that is what we have looked into. That all the water lines are underground. And then some people over here, they use instant geysers, which are the smaller versions, but in winters they are not very successful as well. So we have got hybrid geysers, full size big geysers, which are dual fuel powered, and we got that for all individual huts, and the insulation is very good.
Is obviously heating. Now, I know there's been a few incidents, and I know that a lot of hotels always say make sure you turn the heater off because there's a risk of carbon monoxide being leaked. How do you heat the rooms, and what system do you use?
The first thing that we planned for our construction for the villas, two of the villas are built using traditional material, which is mud and concrete. So it has made the whole structure very environmental friendly and very climate friendly. So it's cool in summers and it's quite warm and cozy during winters. And that was one of the things, to have that sort of insulations. Where we are glass and metal structures, the roof is also insulated, and the walls again we have used material which are quite good in insulation. After that, then we only have electric heating. As you said, that there is a risk when people feel cold, or they tend to run the gas heaters, and that can have some inherent risk. So we don't encourage that, and we do have it for outdoor spaces, but in rooms we only have electric heaters and inverters, which are keeping them very cozy.
What kind of things, I mean, how far is everything in terms of, obviously Attabad Lake is very famous because there's lots of videos on YouTube about Attabad Lake. There's Suspension Bridge, there's Karimabad, like the main three. How far is that from your resort?
We are based in a village of Hyderabad, which is in between. There are two main locations in Hunza. One is Aliabad, which is a commercial hub. It's a sort of a market, and all the offices and shops are there. And the second is Karimabad, which is the tourist center. So a lot of cafes and hotels are in Karimabad, and the two historic forts are there as well. So we are in middle of Aliabad and Karimabad. Both places are 5-minute drive from us. And I would say Attabad Lake, which is another famous tourist spot, it's about half an hour drive from us. So we are centrally located in Hunza. The most beautiful seasons over here, I would say, is spring and autumn. They're just magical. Summer is beautiful as it is. People come over here to escape the heat of the rest of Pakistan. So the greenery and everything is definitely beautiful, but it's quite crowded here. So if anyone wants to explore the beauty and just unwind and just enjoy the nature, I think spring or autumn, they're the best seasons over here. It's again, that cannot be explained in words. You have to experience that.
I mean, I agree with you. I always advise all my clients that if you want to visit Hunza, the best time to visit is either between May and June, or then end of August to October, because you're missing the domestic tourism. Because obviously, as you and I both know, it's a popular domestic tourist destination. And it gets very overcrowded in those months. Yeah, so the last couple of years, I think the Gilgit-Baltistan Tourism Board has been pushing heavily on doing a winter festival, which has been incredible.
The winter festival, yes. There were quite a few festivals this year as well. I was here, and that was like, I think it started all of a sudden. It happened a few years ago, and then they were doing a lot in Skardu, but in Hunza side, it happened this year, and it was happening in 2-3 different locations. On near Altid Fort, they had a frozen pond, and they were doing ice skating and ice hockey. And little kids were training on that, and that was so lovely to see, because locals and the community got something to do in winters. And same was the case on Attabad Lake when it was frozen, and having winter sports on that. Having winter sports in Pakistan is such a pleasurable event to see that they are capitalizing on what they got. We try to source everything locally because it's very difficult to get anything from rest of Pakistan due to logistics and the travel and the time it takes. So the vegetables are grown locally. The milk, obviously, we source from locally, and we have engaged with few local farmers who are, and mostly they are ladies who farm here mostly. So we have partnered with them who supply fresh vegetables to us and anything that's needed, or the milk from the local farmers. So that is one of the things. Also, we try to, because a lot of ingredients are not available here. We are very lucky to have a very good chef. He's a young boy, but very passionate about his food. So he's more of an artist, and he likes to make things from scratch. He doesn't like prepackaged things. And so our specialty is chow mein, where he makes the pasta is handmade, egg noodles are handmade, and he's very passionate about it. And I was surprised to taste it initially, because when we were constructing, I was here for 1.5 years, and I couldn't get proper egg noodles. It's a simple thing, but again, because I had my young daughter with me, and she was very fond of pasta, and we couldn't find that. Everywhere it was just the normal spaghettis and stuff. So having these little things, where like a person who is so passionate and he make everything from scratch, obviously it's healthier, it's organic, it's tasty. But having this talent in Hunza is, I think we are really fortunate to have him here on board.
What is a USP? Like, why should I stay at your resort and not go to maybe Off2 or Serena, a more established brand name?
Yeah, it's nothing. I cannot compare. I don't think these are very comparable. Serena and PC, they have their own. They are well established. They have their own niche. They have their own market. Our setup is totally different. It's very exclusive. It's not a big setup. It's a small setup, but it's all based around nature. We could have built a lot more huts and rooms if you think from a business perspective, like more room is more income. But we are not thinking from that point of view. It's a nature reserve. It's generally for someone who's looking for tranquility, for peace, and just to come here, relax and unwind. Another thing I would add here, how this idea came up when I was talking to Saira, and it was that we wanted a place where we can sit in peace, but also can stay in touch with the rest of the world. So we have invested in our internet a lot. We got 2 fiber optic high-speed connections. So I'm in here is another one, and then for the rest of the resort we got another connection. So this place is ideally suited for digital nomads who wants to sit in nature, enjoy the peace, but also carry on with their work. So that is, I think, what USP is. We are for someone who is looking for chilling out and relaxing and carrying on with their work. Not for someone who's coming here for a few days, couple of days here, couple of days there, took some pictures and go back. I don't think they wouldn't enjoy what we present over here that much.
I know that Wi-Fi is a huge challenge.
Yes.
The fact that we can even do this on StreamYard and actually have this conversation for such a long duration is, hats off to you. I know this is no easy feat. It's quite a challenge, but that for me, you're right, it's a big plus point. Although I always say to people, when you're going up north, try and switch off digitally, because actually you want to use that time to read book, to paint, or or spend quality time with your kids. But as you say, the reality is sometimes if you're working, you need to check your emails. You need that. So the fact that you have that is incredible. And when you said Netflix, it made me laugh, thinking, oh my God, once upon a time, the whole idea of going to Hunza is you don't have Netflix, but the fact that we can get Netflix there as well.
People are happy to be here because the peace and the vibe and the tranquility is totally different. So we are having best of both worlds. We got the modern world, we got all the technology, everything, and we got the nature and peace. What more you can ask for?
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself. Okay. Okay, Humera, so are we ready for the tour? Can you try and give us a bit of a tour?
Yeah, I'll try to see how to turn the camera, or I'll just the easier thing would be just to take the camera and just turn it this way. So this is our cafe. It's a glass structure, and we got the ceiling is glass as well, so that we can have a lovely view of the trees above. I don't know how much can you
able to change
see
the
from
angle
there.
of the camera so we can see? Oh yeah, I can see some trees at the back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it looks lovely.
that was the aim. And again, the side walls, they are reflective glass. So from outside, it blends into the atmosphere. So the trees are reflected back into it. And I'll try to show you.
Okay.
I think if I turn the camera this way,
yes,
it's a better one.
Oh yeah.
So these are the woodlands, and we got 2 decks for outside dining as well.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah. And I don't know if you can see the cafe now. It's a slanting glass structure.
Yes, I can. Yeah.
Okay.
It feels so magical.
And this is all. Basically, this is a mountain sort of cut in a shape of I call it Colosseum. So the mountain face is all around us.
Yeah. I can see. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah. So these are. This is the entrance. As I said, that there are a lot of steps.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is our entrance over there, and that's our reception.
Okay.
Okay. And then we go down to our main atrium. We have tried to keep the trees where they are and build the structure around them.
And assume at night time this must all be lit up, all this area.
It is. We got those, and for the lighting also we have looked for not the white bright lights. So there are these LEDs, and they got warm. Just glow around the place, so not very harsh lights. We also got CCTV just to ensure general security in public areas.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't see the view. I hope it's the right
lovely.
angle for you guys.
Yeah, no, it's perfect. Yeah, we can follow what's in your trail. Yeah. But I see what you mean. You do need to have a certain level of fitness and be of a certain.
Yes.
So, for example, I can see myself doing it with my teenagers. That's fine.
The terrain is such that you have to be mentally prepared for these.
Yeah, it's a great workout.
Okay. So this is our single hut. They're all named. They got Turkish names.
Okay.
So Kalp.
And what's the story behind giving them a Turkish name?
Just a bit around Sufi thinking.
Okay.
And the spirituality of the place, just our own. This is something really personal. Saira came up with the names. Okay, so this is our 1-bedroom hut. Here we have got these glass in the ceiling to keep it very vibrant and bright. Hope you can see this. And we got this indoor plants here as well. So nature inside and outside, outdoor as well.
Yeah.
and show you the washroom. Yeah, you've got shower
Okay.
and the wash basin,
Okay.
and again a lot of natural light.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and then we'll go to the balcony. Every hut got its own private space with balcony. So this is the view from this hut.
It's a lovely view.
So this one is Kalp, that is Zihin, that one is Onim. So it's
Right.
heart, mind, and soul.
Oh, lovely. Very nice. And the terrace, is that big enough for like 2 chairs for 2 people to sit on there?
Sorry?
Is the terrace big enough for 2 chairs, like for 2 people to sit on it?
Yes. We sometimes the guest ask for tea or breakfast over here, so we can have a table and chairs, and they can
Right.
sit here and enjoy this view and
Right.
chill out.
Okay.
And this is for your Netflix. Good. We got the cupboard.
Okay.
The prayer area.
Okay.
Oh, meditation prayer area. So that was our first spot. We sat and planned the whole place, what we are going to do. Me and Sarah was sitting there.
So lots of memories there. But as you can see, everyone, from what Humera has shown, this is, as I said, one of many gems that I've discovered, and that's what I try and do with all my itineraries. Obviously, I'm here to serve you. So if you want a tour, and I have many clients who do the whole visiting all around Hunza, so doing Swad, Gilgit, Hunza, Karimabad, and then kind of back, and they've got 10 or 12 days in which they want to try and cram everything in. But much like when you go to Greece, or you go to Corfu or you go to Crete, you're going to a resort and you're spending 7 days there just to relax and enjoy. If you have the time and the luxury, I would encourage you all to think of Hunza as a resort destination. It's not one to be rushed through. If you want to really enjoy it, I've got Humera back on a different signal. Hi, Humera.
Yeah,
I've got you back on a different signal.
I'm walking down. Yeah, I'm walking down, so it's breaking. So I'll try to show you the view from here.
Okay, the camera's frozen again, so I'm just going to keep talking, and then when Humera's back, I will obviously shut up and let her continue to talk. So what I was saying is that Hunza itself is a beautiful resort, and what I was really excited about was about her resort, Cloud9, is the fact that it has broadband. So as she quite rightly said, if you're a digital nomad, if you're a writer or an author or a freelancer where you have flexibility to work from where you want, this is an idyllic location where you can easily go and spend 2-3 weeks there. The people of Hunza are so hospitable. And we've completely lost her. I'm going to see, she might try and reconnect, come back, in which case I'll bring her back into the screen if she does. But what the beauty of her resort is the fact that the broadband facility is there, so you can actually use it as a base, whether you're a painter or a writer. Enjoy the natural beauty and offer around the area, but also enjoy not just the food but the hospitality and warmth of the people. And that is how I will be positioning Cloud9 within my packages. Humera and I are in conversation, and we are working on actually developing 2-3 different retreat packages, one of which is around painting, because we were just saying it's such a beautiful spot and surrounded with such natural beauty that if you're even like an amateur water painter, it's a great place where you can just go and get your paints out and be inspired. The other tour we're looking at is doing a photography tour. I mean, I'm an amateur photographer. I love my photography, and I just felt it was brilliant when I went there. I'm just going to check because that's something else. So when I went there, I just was like trigger happy with my clicker, and I've got so many pictures on my iPhone that I do need to edit. But it warrants itself as a natural location to actually do a 5-day walk around and a photography course there. So there are a couple of itineraries that we are looking at. And you are frozen again, so I'm hoping we'll get to see this 2-bedroom hut, because I think it'll be really helpful for people to see what it looks like. I'm going to keep, as I said, talking until I can see. Humera's back. Yep, fine. Okay.
This was our first structure. We started it as our office, but afterwards, when we had our own residence, then we converted this to a villa as well. My daughter, it's Rahat Hut. Its official name is Rahat, but my daughter called it Encanto.
Oh, very nice, very cute.
Here, this is not a paint. It's mud with a bit of a glue, so to give this color. And there we have done the brown paint is walnut water.
Okay.
So it's all organic colors. This is a lounge with the kitchenette. And we got a skylight. They called it Sakham in their local language.
So you've kept it still quite authentic.
And yes, this is basically a tribute to the local construction. It's all like mud and a bit of concrete for stability, and the roof is all of branches. The ceiling is all, and then we had the waterproofing, then the other layer of just clay, mud, and then again a waterproofing on the outside. It was very, very cozy, and it's very environmental friendly. It's very, like, there's no AC or fan at the moment, but it's very, very cool. So this is a front bedroom with twin beds. And this is the view from here.
It's lovely.
Saira sourced all these rugs. They are very ancient. Some are 40-45 years old, from Iran, Afghanistan, Balochistan.
Wow.
And this is a second bedroom with a double bed.
It's lovely.
So
it's an experience in itself. It is. Yeah.
And then we got a washroom. And the hot running water.
Which is important.
And this is the view from here. But it's so nice when you're sitting here and just listening to birds chirping outside.
So Humera, I was asking you, are you a Hunzain? So are you like from Hunza originally?
No. I'm from. I don't know where I'm from. I'm from KPK. I'm from KPK. I was born in UK, and my father was in army, so we have traveled all over Pakistan. Now I'm in Hunza.
So you were born in the UK. Where in the UK were you born?
Scotland.
Oh my God, you do not have a Scottish
and
accent
I
though.
live. No, I don't. I live in Birmingham, and I don't have a Brummie accent as well.
No, you don't. You don't have any of the accents. But
So
this is what I loved about
it's
it. You
been
know,
a
so
privilege.
I mean, what I love about your passion is obviously like me, although I was born in Pakistan, I have spent predominantly most of my life here in the UK. And yet I share the passion with you that I think both of us are committed to do something for Pakistan, whatever we can in our small capacity, to change perceptions,
Yes,
change narratives, and, you know, to welcome people to Pakistan the way you and I see it, which is a very warm, welcoming, hospitable country.
that's so true, and I'm so pleased that I met you, someone who shared this, because I don't know, a lot of people don't understand. Maybe when we are away from Pakistan, we are more patriotic. We want to do more in our little way, whatever we can. So, and for me, it's a privilege to be able to live this dream. As you know, I'm sure you can relate with it. This is our dream, to have a little piece of heaven in Pakistan. So, having that is a privilege, and I would love to share it with whoever wants to come and enjoy it.
Absolutely, and I think for me, you know, I love it when my customers or my, you know, clients go back to the UK or USA or Australia and are telling their friends that no, you must see Pakistan. It's nothing like what the media says. You know, for me, that's a real sense of achievement, because I always say
That
that
is,
my objective isn't that everyone books a holiday with Experience Pakistan, but people book a holiday to go to Pakistan, whoever that may be. And
definitely,
that's
yeah.
kind of my goal, is to make sure everyone who visits Pakistan leaves the country as brand ambassadors of not my company but of Pakistan, telling their friends, you have to go and see it.
Definitely, that's the aim.
I just want to say, because obviously it's a bit unfair. So for those of you, what I should have mentioned in my intro is that literally it's only been 3 weeks since this resort is opened, so it is brand new.
Yeah,
And I know that
it
Humera
is,
and
yeah.
Sarah are like such visionaries like me, that they've got lots of ideas of the kind of, and we're in conversation, communication about building retreats, which are focused on, as I said, interest based. So we're looking at cooking workshops, at painting, photography. So that's all in the pipeline. So watch this space. You know, we will be launching and telling you more about that. But yeah, I know obviously this is, as you say, a 3-week-old baby. It's only just opened. And I'm sure as
Yes.
customers come and you get feedback, you know, you'll get other, you know, already I'm thinking, wouldn't it be nice if you had like an outdoor projector, so at the evenings you can watch a movie or something,
We do
which
have, yes, we do have a projector, and we are planning on movie nights, and we got a big screen, 100 feet big screen, and the
amazing.
projector is also cordless. So we got all the, again, as you said, that you're thinking along the same lines which we were thinking. What can be done once we have this environment? So the possibilities are endless, but we would like to keep it all aesthetic, artistic, and nature based.
Now, Humera, I know you've got a busy day. I want to thank you so much for your time, for showing us your beautiful resort. It's absolutely beautiful. I am very excited about doing, you know, discussing and implementing the packages that you and I have spoke about. I can't wait to tell all of you about them and, you know, invite you to Humera's home, because I think it's an extension of her home, really, her project. So she can
Definitely is.
so she can show you the people. Humera, any last few words before we kind of end this video?
I'd like to thank you, Sadia, for taking out time and to sharing the passion that we have for. It's very personal and very emotional for me and Saira, and we are very passionate about it. And I'm really happy that we got it done, and now we are in a position to present it to the world. And let's hope for the best. This is start of something beautiful.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm sure, you know, it'll be up for awards. It's beautiful, very authentic. Thank you again, Humera. I will let you get on with your day.
Thank
You
you
take
for
care.
having me. You take
That's
care.
okay.
Okay, then. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so that was Humera with her project. keep watching this. As I said, my goal with the YouTube channel is very much every week is to tell you about some of the hidden gems that I've discovered, some of the other partners that we're working with who are off the beaten track and aren't kind of available or not known to many people. So it's helping you discover these gems, and that's, I suppose, the USP. Being a local myself in and having family and connections in Pakistan and regularly visiting, I'm always on the hunt to support other small businesses, because at the end of the day, I'm also a small business, and I feel as a small business, it's down to all of us to help support one another. I also find for most of you, it's more enriching when you move away from the chains. Now, that doesn't say that I do use chains like PC, like Serena, for some of the destinations, some of the places we go to. But where I discover hidden gems like that, I will always put it on your radar and, try and encourage you to try those, because I just think you'll find the experience that much more authentic. Anyways, thank you so much for joining. If you liked what you saw and you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe and follow, and do leave me in your comments box any thoughts or other places you'd like to see that I haven't covered, and kind of if I've played a role in changing your perceptions of Pakistan. Thank you.